have. Yeah, you try to give me, huh?
I know you be ready.
Y'all can see that Facebook. Oh, girl, you can't lie to me.
Look here, I know what it is. Where we go? Where we start from here? Where do we go from here?
We started with New York.
You gotta start.
New York.
New York.
Black Ink Crew.
Black Ink Crew.
New York.
New York.
Season 9.
Season 9.
Episode 13.
What? Episode 13.
All right, and before we begin, tell them what to do.
Smack that thumbs up button if you live in New York. Put it in the comments. Bye.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you live in other places too, like, you know.
We don't discriminate. You don't have to just live in New York.
Right.
Yeah. So since we're in New York, it's Father's Day in New York. Puma and Kwani is over there celebrating with the kids. Kwani said it'd be better if they was in ATL. Kwani is over New York. Okay. Puma say it's not that simple because he still got so much.
It is. You done took Kwani down there with the big house and big yard, and then now you took her back to the tight ass city. And I get how.
And she ain't here for it.
She tired of it. Now she got kids and she want to spread out. Because I don't think Puma is making the kind of money that it takes to spread out in New York. It takes a lot of money to spread out in New York.
Well, Kwani let him know because he talking about he got this to do and that to do. She like, do what you got to do because I'm looking for a job and I plan to be there by the time the kids go back to school. Puma, Kwani going to New York, so you might as well get ready to just get your mind right.
Atlanta.
She's made up. I mean, she's going to Atlanta. She got her mind made up. Let's see. Bay is at home making posters for this unity walk that she wants to do. It's gonna be Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate, and this is gonna happen on the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, it's for her and her son because it's Black and Asian. Okay. Puma's ready to create another team building activity. Okay. Black Ink Crew battle, girl versus the boys. It's a tattoo competition. Tati tonight ain't gonna be fair because the girls got Bay and Crystal. And the person who loses this competition is supposed to be the apprentice to the winning squad. Y'all got it? Do we care? I don't like this. I don't know why Black Ink think that every season we want to see these stupid team building challenges. Y'all been doing that way back with Sky.
Well, at least this one was about tattoos. And I think those are healthy, you know, in an artistic environment because everybody can learn from each other. I'm just saying if we gonna do the whole team building thing, I'd rather be doing that than out in the woods, like swinging in trees.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that. That was stupid. That was stupid.
I feel like if that was something that, you know, my job asked me to do, I'm not going. So I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna try to come up with a new line. It's like we get the same thing every season. Can we? It's not authentic. So May is tattooing Booby Peterson, who is half Black, half Asian. His mother was a victim of the ATL spa shooting down in Atlanta. She invited him to come to this walk that they're doing. Then she tattooed this like popular Asian dish on him. I mean, the tattoo gave whatever it was supposed to give, I guess. I don't know. It was an Asian dish. I'm not.
I just want them to stop. Like I want them to stop.
I'm not tattooing crab legs on me. Crab legs and, you know, crawfish. I'm just not. But that's what you went to? Okay.
I feel like this guy was definitely, clearly affected by what happened because his mother was there. Bae, I don't know like how affected you really were by that situation. It happened Were you in Atlanta? Were you, or were you in?
She said she was down the street from where it happened.
Okay. Well, I mean, so can we stop exploiting this? It's almost like with Yandy and them, and you know, doing all that marching and stuff.
This is Babe's story because she ain't got one otherwise. So
Okay, well, bounce then, bounce.
Ted and Puma. Ted tell Puma he ain't seen C since they last talked about the press conference. Puma, I don't know why. Like y'all squashed that, so I don't know why y'all not talking. Maybe C's might still be in his feelings. Like he's
still mad. Yeah.
That up, but yeah. He tells Ted that Kwani is pressuring him to move to Atlanta, and he's like, he don't have this in Atlanta, and Ted is like, create it. Like, dude, Ted is all in with Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Ted went down there.
I think he absolutely can, and I think maybe that's what this show needs. Sorry about it, but maybe Puma is definitely a personality, and I know it's a personality in Atlanta. So maybe we should just switch that shit over and see what it's doing in Atlanta, because what's happening here with this 112 from Brooklyn, and you know these niggas,
yeah.
Maybe they should try that. I would be interested in maybe seeing some of them in Atlanta versus what's going on in New York.
Well, he basically said he is afraid to fail his kids and his mental health. I mean, it's scary anyway, moving to a new place, but you got your wife who down with you. Hell, your in-laws, that ain't the issue, because they was like, if you move, we out. Like, you ain't said nothing but a word.
Family there though, where they can make it a comfortable transition, and maybe that's how it should go. Shani, go down there and take the kids, and you know, you and Puma been together for 100 years. Go take the kids and get everything, like he could come down, y'all. You know, it could be a transition where you know a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people got to pack their shit up and run it.
Yeah. Well, he already said he got a therapist in New York, and now he got one in Atlanta, and Ted like, just try it for a year. You know what I'm saying? Try it for a year. If it don't work, keep your stuff here and come on. Go ahead and try it. They had this unity walk at the Brooklyn Bridge. It wasn't nobody there with black ink. I ain't seen nobody else there. Was anybody else?
That's what I'm talking about. Like, y'all make t-shirts for C's and Bay and her friends to walk across the bridge. That was not a walk.
Oh boy said something, and then they just walk. I was like, but it's just y'all.
It's just y'all.
That's
what I'm talking about. It wasn't, at least Yandy was at a real damn protest. Y'all just made up a walk.
But shit, y'all could just walk around the corner if y'all was gonna do that. He had to go to the Brooklyn Bridge. They released some balloons at the end and say something about, you know, let racism go, and then the balloons got stuck in the trees because that shit ain't going nowhere no time soon. Okay, so that's where we was at with that. It was symbolic. Okay. So we at the black ink battle. Men on one side, we got Spider, Rock, Alice, and Swiss, whoever that is. Who's Swiss? I don't know. On women's side, we got Bay, Crystal, Vanity, Kiowa. Another Kiowa? That's the side. I never heard Kiowa name before till what's the name? Love Marriage. Now we got another Kiowa. All right, y'all. Okay, so it's 4 people in the group. One's supposed to be a consultant, a drawer, somebody who's going to apply it, and then color. Okay. So they got these 2 girls that come in, and Nicole and her wife Keisha. Okay. And one go to the men, one go to the women. The one lady talking about she wanted the men, the lady that the men had, she wanted a lady silhouette. Her head is in the galaxy. Okay. Oh, the other girl, she wanted her head in the galaxy too. She just wanted a head floating around the galaxy. So maybe they was trying to match a silhouette in the galaxy and a head in the galaxy. Okay. So Alex, he did a little consultation for the lady.
Did he,
Where she was
did he
getting
do a
her.
real consultation, Alex?
He just basically figured out where you wanted at. Where, okay, boom, cool. She gonna get it on her shoulder. Good job. I'm out. I'm about to go move into my apartment. Left.
Well, then he didn't do a consultation.
Spider, him and his boy.
Spider is trash. I would never let him anywhere near me with a tattoo needle because clearly I'm not gonna get what I want. I'm gonna get what the fuck
He said it ain't what you want, is what he basically wanted. You don't tell people who fist beans how to fist the beans. They do, and I was just like, I can't really hear anything that he's saying because his mouth was so yuck. That was the nastiest yuck mouth. I couldn't even hear it. Meanwhile, the girls, they on their side, and the girl tell her what she want, and she want these colors and stuff, and Bae tell her that full color is not gonna work on her because how dark her skin was. And so after you get it tattooed, when the tattoo heals, the color is gonna fade. And she said, now I can give you what you want, but this is what I'm telling you. This is just our suggestion. This is your tattoo.
If you wanted to be, because what I heard her say was, if you wanted to be jacked up, like we could do it that way, but it ain't gonna be good.
But that the color ain't gonna, you know.
What's the new girl? What's the new girl from Brook or what?
Vanity.
She was looking like you're bugging the entire time Bae was doing that consultation. Like she was cringing.
Cause Bae was just like, I mean, that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? The ladies, they go kind of argue off to the side.
I just want to know why it's called black ink then.
Well,
why is it called black ink?
They talked about that in the next episode, so we'll touch on that. But the ladies, they go back and forth whether or not they should give the girl color, what she's asking for. And then when the lady saw the drawing, because the girl drew it out for her, and she gets upset, she like, that ain't even what I asked for. So both sides, they ain't getting what the hell they asking for, okay?
They never asked them really though. They kind of just basically was like, well, this is not what's, you know what I'm saying? They both of them
Right.
saying what you're gonna get. It was almost like they had two brown skinned girls. Because Spider had that same conversation, and it to me it sounded just as rude as Bae.
It sounds just as bad. Spider was over there like, it ain't gonna work on dark skin, okay? Yeah, Spider was going in about the same thing too. The colors ain't gonna pop. It don't pop on our skin like that. Oh girl, Vanity, she ended up doing the tattoo because Crystal says she ain't doing nothing.
Why not?
She said because she don't like the design. She said she ain't like the design. She said, and I don't do constellations.
Okay, girl.
Doing nothing.
That sounds like bullshit to me. It sounds like if it come out messed up on her dark skin, I don't want to have my name attached to it. But then she want to turn around and act like she know how to do dark skin. Well, then you should have been over there then.
Right. But she said she don't do constellation and she ain't like the design. To me, she sounded like she was throwing shade at Vanity, honestly. Because Vanity is the one who drew it, and then she ended up doing the.
Thank God for Vanity. That's all I can say. Because she's the one that turned that lady's experience around. Vanity did.
The girl, that was there from ATL, them two people we ain't know, she got the dude number and
She came and got somebody's phone number and bounced.
she bounced. On the men's side, child, they didn't cut the girl dress. I was like, why she just couldn't pull her sleeve down? They cut
Who did that? Spider did that.
Spider cut the dress. Y'all don't do that.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know. And then while they over there tattooing, Bay leaves the girl side and she says she gonna go over there to mess the men up. And so she started talking about, hey, you remember when Rock said this to you? And remember when y'all was arguing? You don't, when I'm getting a tattoo, don't.
Why are you doing that?
Not on my skin. This is permanent. Don't do that.
And I don't want that energy either, though. Like, my whole experience is supposed to be a positive thing. I already got a woo stop to the pain, and I don't need some other negative shit going on. Like, we don't act like tattoos don't hurt.
Oh my goodness. So after her distraction didn't work, she up and left. So she up and gone too. So Crystal, she over there tee-hee-heeing in the corner with Rock. Ain't nobody paying the girl team no attention. Just Vanity over there by herself doing all the work.
Like Vanity been doing.
Yeah, over there in the other
But
studio.
this is my thing, though. Like, this is your chance. You're on this platform, and I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity for people to see. Like, Bay has a reputation for being good because we've been seeing Bay's tattoos, you know, all this time. So now what do they feel like? I'm good. I don't have to do this anymore, this competition thing.
That's what a girl was saying. That's how Bay and Crystal came across. Crystal basically said it. Crystal was like, I won the last challenge. I mean, I ain't got to do this. You know.
That doesn't mean you're gonna win every challenge, though.
It was very rude.
That whole shit is weird. I wouldn't have let none of them tattoo me.
The guys, they did their tattoo.
Rock, at least I would say Rock and Vanity both did a good job at making that
tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh, it was too late to judge the tattoo, y'all. So they said they'll wait till the next day. Well, the next day, Puma come in to tell them the results of the contest, but he's too upset because after he left, well, after they all left, the customer hit him back up and basically said that Bay got everybody else thinking her skin was too dark for her to have color. So then after that, everybody else on that side was negative about, you know, then nobody wanted to do the color. Yeah. Them up and said they couldn't do it. She said she felt like they were saying she was too black for colors, basically.
That's how it came off.
So that's where this week episode, that was 13, this is 14. Puma is telling them, look, black folks don't want to hear you too black. Okay. Bay said, I didn't say that. You said, you didn't say that, but you said that. You know what I'm saying?
I used to work, and this is before I was a hairstylist. I was a receptionist when I was in college. And I worked at this salon in Atlanta in Lenox Mall, right? So the high-end salon, and we have one black stylist in the salon. Everybody else was white, one black stylist. So people would come in, they see him standing there. I'm the receptionist. It's Atlanta. So how often do you think black women walk in there? So they walk in there, and then this dude wants to say he don't do black hair. And I'm like, are you for real? Like, that's how you're gonna be in here at the salon? So, and it's hard for us to find, not anymore, but I would say back then it was hard for us to find, like, we want to experience a nice high-end experience too. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? Why it would have to be like that? But it was just, I always felt so stupid sitting at the front desk telling people, well, we
He don't
don't
do
do
black
black
folk.
hair. And they looking like, well, what is his black ass over there doing? And I'm like, girl.
She said, Bay said this wasn't her intention to upset the girl. I don't think it was her intention, but you gotta be mindful, like, regardless, it was rude. It was rude.
Her
Okay.
whole demeanor was off. Even the, it wasn't just what she was saying, it was how she
It was how
saying
she was
it.
saying it. Yeah. She was just like, I'm just saying. And I feel like trying to see how to say this the right way.
Mhm.
But I feel like that interaction between us and Asians, and when I say this, I'm talking about when we go get our nails done, because that's like our interaction, or when we go to the hair store, that's a lot of our interactions with them. That's how we're treated. Okay. It's a lot of that, and it's a lot of, and not even just Asians, others. It's a lot of others that when they feel like they down, they talk to you in a certain way, as if like you could say certain stuff to me and I should be cool with it.
And you cool with it.
Offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you think it's cool, but it's really offensive what you saying.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what Bay do, because Bay been around us for
I guess that's why I was so bothered by the whole march and all of that, because I'm like, girl, okay.
Some people feel like they had a black card because they been around us for a while, or y'all be, so then you say a lot of stuff that be out of line. And then when we checking on you, oh no, that's not what I think, but that's how we took it, because that's exactly what you said. You said she was too black. She said,
It's funny because
this on your skin.
in my environment, I feel like whenever someone wants to impersonate me or say something as if they were me, then it always is this thing right here.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking at them like, is that supposed to be me though? Because I don't even do that.
Yeah, like when you talk to me and you say something to me, don't, okay, girlfriend, but you didn't say that to my white coworker.
No.
Talking to me,
Right.
it's okay,
right.
girlfriend.
Right.
No.
I don't do any of that. So then why is
Don't
that
give me that.
or how you communicate with me?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, the whole walk thing, I'm just not feeling it, babe. I really wish you would get off this subject and find something else to talk about, because it started to make me feel away. Because and then you go exploit this man whose mother actually died in that shooting. I just felt a way about it. Where you could tattoo a dish on him. Okay.
Well, she didn't like what they were saying to her, and she got upset, and she up and left. Okay.
She didn't like it. Really?
Chris said the only reason why she didn't do it is because she don't like color, so she opt out. No, Chris.
No, you was on the same thing. You was on the same tip, Crystal.
Vanny was like, if the girl had came to 125th and she just wouldn't have did the tattoo, she would have referred her to someone that specialized in it. Puma said that honesty would have been best in that moment, and just say, you know what, we can't tackle this at this moment. It'd be, it was better then to, I guess, hurt her feelings and say, I can't do it.
Rather you say, I don't know how to do it. I don't specialize in it, rather than telling me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't feel comfortable doing my tattoo, I damn sure don't want you to do it.
But that was my whole thing. If you feel like you can't do it, don't experiment on me, baby. This is permanent. Once again, don't play and try to distract.
But don't say it's because I'm too black either, because clearly I know, like, I don't feel like that girl came in there with the expectation that her tattoo was gonna come out. Y'all are assuming that she's like having this expectation of her tattoo coming out the same as it would be on somebody lighter skin. I feel like she already knows that. She's been dealing with that, you know, with makeup and everything that she goes
Right.
through. People don't make it. I don't feel like that was her expectation, but they took it to a whole new level of, yeah, nah, we ain't gonna be able to do it. So, but then don't put it on that. Don't say that. Say you can't do it.
Just say you can't do it. But they ain't want to lose.
First, you got, I'm over here, I'm the baddest, everybody know it, I don't need to prove myself. Well, so clearly you got something to learn, but at the end of the day, it's called black ink. Like if I go in the room as a dark-skinned person and ain't nobody in there but white people, I'm gonna understand that maybe this ain't their forte because they don't do it. But it's called black ink. Everybody in here black. Steve's this black ass got tattoos everywhere. You come on.
See, says black ink was because it was for black people, you know, black tattoos. So we have somewhere to go, people that specialize on doing tattoos for us.
I'll kill that. He should be. I would say out of everything, I'm glad this conversation came up.
Yeah.
This particular thing.
So we're at the studio with Ted and Crystal. Ted, some of my people been reaching out to him after hearing Crystal at the concert in ATL. Ted line, ain't nobody reach out to you. You ain't got no storyline. So this you want to use Crystal for your storyline.
Well, he has a storyline, but he keeping a secret. That's where the shit gets fake. Like the show would be better. Back in the day, Steve's and what's her name?
Duchess.
That was a real relationship. They put all the shit out there. That's why it was good.
He won't show us his girlfriend, but he'll show us his dog. To walk around talking about his daughter. Sounds stupid. Well, for whatever reason, he felt like he can turn Crystal into a superstar. Okay, Spider at the doctor, him and his wife, and he goes up to the desk and he said his name is Spider Green. Spider. That is not your name. You do not go
to the doctor.
Talking about Spider Green. Yeah, stop.
Why do your wife is brown? You don't know how to do tattoos on her every color? I was just curious.
He been to multiple doctors about his condition, and he go to this one, and she basically tell him that she believed that the nerve in his face is overacting, and now it's becoming painful. That's where the pain come from. There's no cure for it, but he needs to have surgery, and then first he gotta have it's no cure, but you gotta have surgery. That threw me off. I was like, did I miss something? Because I had to rewind it. Why am I having surgery for if it's no cure? What is the surgery for?
What's the surgery gonna do? Maybe he should see a dentist. Maybe he should get them teeth taken care of.
That's probably where he's coming from, that infection from all of that. Yeah, that infection from them teeth. That's nasty.
See a dentist. Don't get surgery on your face for an issue that there's no cure for. I don't even know what?
But he got to get an MRI, okay, so they can check it out. So C's is back. He been in Costa Rica for his birthday, him and his girl. Puma tell him what happened with the little tattoo situation, and he bases like little base communication is terrible across the board. Okay, terrible. And they like
I mean, has it been terrible all this time, or he just discovered that?
Yes. Yeah. They been doing stuff and running in and out and saying she ain't got time, especially after she had the baby. I think she used the baby for a lot to get out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So Puma suggests that they get a class to teach them how to tattoo on black skin, since they all saying that they can't do it. Okay.
I bet you could back in the day with the real earthy girl that had the dreads. I bet you she could.
She probably could. Crystal meet up with Tati at the bar. She trying to get the tea because she been reaching out to Bay, and now Bay ain't talking to nobody because she feeling some kind of way. And then Tati bring up, and this the part I do agree with Crystal, or one of them said it, but Spider said the same thing. So you did jump on Bay, but you should have jumped on them too. Like y'all talking about the girls and what the girls did. The boys were doing the same thing. I was saying the same message.
As far as I'm concerned, Spider took it a step further. He needs some consultation classes, because not only did he tell the girl she was too dark, he basically was like, "You're gonna get the tattoo I'm gonna give you, not the one you're
after." Yeah. I was like, y'all hope y'all go back and watch this and see how rude they were on that side. They was arguing and fighting and stuff in front of the girls. Like, it was ridiculous. So Ted, he didn't met up with Bae. She's still upset. He said he want to hear her side of the story. She talked about how Puma came at her. She says she's open to learning new ways, though. So I guess he told her about, tattooing or whatever. He asked her, she said the girl's skin was the girl was too dark. She said she don't remember saying that. You know what you said, though. And then he brings up Alana.
It doesn't matter how you said it, because that's how she received it. And so if that's how she received it, then you said something that made her feel that way.
And then
at least acknowledge that thing.
Then he reminds her that, remember when you said in Atlanta we made you feel some kind of way? Well, that's the same situation, basically. She says she opened up to having a meeting and going and doing or whatever. So,
I mean, or you can just remove yourself from that environment.
I mean, because you already got your own shop.
You got your own shop.
Mm-hmm. So see, they show him meeting up with the girl, and he goes and he apologized to the girl on behalf of his crew, which he should have. Then he talk about his friend Pooch, who he gonna fly in to do a class for his artist. They met at the tattoo convention because they was the only two Black people there, and he gonna have them come up.
That's another thing. So they go to those tattoo conventions all the time. You never wanted to take a class on that? Like, we go to hair conventions and then we take classes to learn the stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking
color, that kind of thing, and technique. So why would you not take advantage of learning that?
Well, I was thinking about that. Like, there's no continuing education type. Like, it's new techniques that come out all the time.
All the time.
I thought that, but then I thought about the crew, and I was like, yeah, them niggas ain't doing that. Like,
they would probably go. Ryan and them stay at a convention.
They do it. Ryan them is doing that. These folks.
I bet you Kat can. I just feel like she can.
They not taking this serious though.
No.
They really ain't. They trying to party and stuff. This ain't that crew. Child, Ted didn't hire somebody to come work with Crystal to work on her stage presence. Okay. He asked her, is you hardcore or are you sexy? She was like, I'm a whole nigga in these streets. Okay.
Right about that.
She a whole nigga.
What is Ted?
Okay. Child, she got to doing her
I just want to put your music career
down.
in Ted's hands.
I don't know.
I'm just confused. Like, if that's what I wanted to do, Ted would not be the person to.
No. Well, good thing she ain't got to worry about it because she ain't really got no talent anyway. So.
Not for that.
Girl, Spider went and got his MRI. His advice was don't smoke weed before you go because you're gonna feel like you're being abducted by the UFO. Let me tell y'all. Pooch is there. He's the artist. He coming to teach the artists. They seem like they were all engaged when C's walked in. Bae, she showed up late because she really don't care. I really don't feel like Bay care. I really feel like she more in her feelings than she care
Her
about the
energy was still so weird. I was like, why are you mad though? I'm confused.
He explained to them like C's. He was like, with C's, he know that he wouldn't be able to do a certain color on C's skin, but instead of saying that, he said, but what I can do is X, Y, and Z, instead of saying, no, we can't do that. And then that's my whole thing. I'm like, y'all really need customer service training. Y'all, because it's really, like you said, it ain't what she said, it's how she
It's
said.
how she said it.
Everybody was asking their questions and stuff. And then Bay gonna say, well, what do you think about numbing cream? And I was like, what that got to do with tattooing on black skin? Can't you do numbing cream on everybody? So you just
can, but I mean, I guess it affects, it's more like, it probably affects how they, you know what I'm saying? How they have to apply the tattoo. I can see why the tattoo artist won't want it, because you're putting some cream in your skin. I feel like it must interfere with their work somehow.
I would think so. But we talking about you learning how to tattoo on dark skin. I need you to ask, like, well, what
She
color?
wanted to ask a question.
She just
She
wanted to
doesn't
ask a
really
question.
care.
That's how I
She
felt
doesn't
like, because she
care.
don't care. So she just asked something just
Right.
to say she asked something.
Right.
And then said, that's what I knew that. I knew that. That's why I don't do it. But then if you knew that, why you asked that question? Okay. Everybody seemed like they learned some new techniques. So maybe they'll go ahead and do that. So when it was all over, Bay, she ended up talking with C's, talking about she was so upset about what happened. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, and all of that. And she ain't been around because she needed her space. And he basically asked her,
Why
look,
couldn't she eat or sleep?
because she was so stressed out about the way Puma. She did, you know, they turn that on. You know they turn that on. You know it's now I'm the victim. You know they'll turn that on you. So
I just feel like if I hurt somebody's feelings, and then I would feel bad that I hurt somebody's feelings, you know what I'm saying? And say, well, then I need to correct that. Like,
and she didn't do that. She ain't asked to speak to the girl. Ain't like you.
yeah. Because that's
You
probably
know.
would have been the thing to be like, you know what? I completely like was not reading the room. I shouldn't have said that. That's not how I really wanted to come across. So many things she could have said to just say sorry. Then she would be able to sleep because
Right.
you fixed it.
I give you a little small free tattoo on the house just because I'm upset that you felt that I made you feel.
I want you to make you feel that way.
Right. He said he was considering firing Bay and the whole girl team. I was like, nope, 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 and the boys too. Fire, you gonna fire for girls team? You need to fire the boys because they were just as bad. But she let them know that she wants to.
You should fire everybody except for Rock and Vanity. Everybody else can go.
Everybody. So that was it. That's how they ended it. We know she wasn't going nowhere because he ain't got nothing else to talk about. So next week, child, he didn't got in trouble because the people didn't say that this press conference he didn't put on was a violation of the restraining order. And I'm like, didn't your lawyer tell you to do that? He didn't know
His
that.
lawyer told him to have a press conference.
And now you didn't violate the restraining order. And all Ted gonna do is sit back and be like, I told you.
That was stupid.
Well, let's just roll. Well, we got a little bit more time. Let's go right into Compton, y'all.
Well, over in Compton, they have another meeting because that's what they do. They have meetings. They ain't got shit else to do but have meetings. So you got Star, Polo, Ink, Voodoo. Nessie finally shows up. So now this is the meeting to see who's actually going to be a part of the team. They introduced Corey. Corey is a new old guy as the artist development. So he went out and found somebody that he wants to be in that position that Lemire was supposed to have. Nessie asked KP if she could talk to him for a minute. KP says, Yes. Come on, Tim. Why is Tim going? How come you can't just have a conversation with her without Tim?
Because Tim is his mouth. He want to sit back and, like he done Dada and let Tim do all the talking.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
I did. Well, and then they don't ask Star to come in the meeting though, and she's the manager, supposed to be. They're so weird. Tim, they start talking about respect and how they didn't give anybody respect, and this nigga talking about how they want the salon to be family orientated. Every time he says that, I'm like, this is who's in charge, orientated. Danielle and Barbie meet up with Nessie over, she's painting a mural over at the store. So they discuss the shop a little bit. Nessie is telling them like how things are. She feel I'll get into that. Nessie's irritate me a little bit. But anyway, she's feeling a little orphany, I guess, because now Danielle and Barbie are moms and they have that in common. And I just feel like you attached to a friend group that really can't be your friend group in the same way, But they come over, she talk about, getting, she got to figure out what she's gonna do as an artist. This Compton ain't even open yet anyway, so right at this point they're just hanging out and meeting up with each other. They invite her to the gender reveal party, and we find out that Nessie has started dating Lemir's best friend / fake brother. And he's gonna be at the gender reveal too. So she's feeling a way about that.
Then you know that when you started dating his friend, that if it didn't work out, he was still gonna be around. So now she think he just gonna uninvite him because y'all not together.
And I mean, it's his boy though.
His boy, you knew that.
You knew that. So he's gonna be around. I mean, she's still in her feelings. Girl, clearly you're not over it. I would probably just be like, I love y'all to death, and I'm gonna send you a gift, but I'm not ready to be in the same space.
I don't want to see him right now. Right.
So it's not that I don't love y'all, because I do, and leave it at that, because that's what it's gonna be. He's always gonna be there. That's his boy. After the meeting, Ink takes Nessie and Voodoo to a sound bath. Everybody's doing that. That's shit that got Trina all chilled out. Alana's missing. Don't nobody know where she is. And Voodoo talks about her father, her relationship with her father. We talk a lot about Voodoo's, stuff. You didn't watch last season, but she came from a cult. So Voodoo's very much that's what they do. That's what she does. They have a tattoo class where what's his name? Corey, I guess it's gonna teach them how to do tattoos. They're practicing, they're figuring out ways, because shit ain't open. It's just like,
so they ain't got nothing else to do, so they just creating stuff to do. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all stalling. So they talk about how their poor relationships with their fathers, because Voodoo brought that stuff up. So I guess Ink, he didn't have his father around, and at some point, they kind of found their way to have some type of relationship in his adult life. I mean, better late than never. Polo said he got raised in jail. That's his father. And I said, that's the saddest shit.
That's my
toxic
dad.
as hell. And he said,
that's my dad.
Even in jail, he found a way to raise his son.
Did you?
That's what he said.
Y'all kill me. Stop.
That's what he said.
No, you didn't.
Tell me what I heard.
No, you didn't. Stop it. Who y'all kill?
Reveal party. This is annoying too. We're at the gender reveal party. It's real cute. They had a little bumblebee theme. I feel like maybe TT should have hired Barbie to do her wedding because the gender reveal party was way cuter than TT's wedding. Just throwing that out there. They find out that Nessie got into a car accident. Did she run her car into a tree just to avoid going to this doggone party? Because good grief. But
she said, I'd rather wreck my car than see this dude.
But then in comes her ex, Lemire's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, she's my real sis. No, she's my sis and he's my real bro. And I was like, that little thing right there. Let you know, like, she my sis, but this my dude right here. So
right.
I mean, Nessie, you knew that. So anyway.
You knew that though. You knew that.
She sprung. Tim, they're gonna have a girl. So yay,
Two girls.
Two girls. And then Lemire takes the opportunity to announce that he is thinking about opening his own tattoo shop. His homeboy's tattoos are very good. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's what him and Nessie had in common because her tattoos are very good. But from what we've seen, his tattoos was good.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, like Ink was like, how come he didn't tell me, he was thinking about opening a shop before I recommitted to I am. And I was like, well, would that have affected your decision?
Yes. No? He like, now I gotta go in here with this girl like, shit. And now they committed to him. I could be over here with you. He mad as shit.
That's like, how it came across. That's how it came across for real. You might get your opportunity. I don't know.
He will, cause old boy gonna do something and kick him out anyway, or Tim or somebody. So yeah.
Well, hell, they can't even open.
Right.
So, KP and his dad and his son have a moment. Now that son was a cutie pie, and I was like, Kayla Pratt's kids is that old? I didn't know the boy was that old, but that's actually not her son.
He has some girls by her. Yeah.
But I was like, holy moly, he's a cutie pie though. So they have a little moment. He plays football.
And he do look like my cousin. That's all I saw when I saw him.
The little boy? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
He looks just like him.
That's the first person I thought of when I said Nessie is doing a tattoo at her crib. Voodoo told her about Lemire. Well, I mean, she wasn't there to hear about it. So, I guess that wasn't messy because, she wasn't there to hear about it.
She was going to say it anyway if she was there, so yeah.
But she's in her feelings and she's doing this tattoo. She did a portrait tattoo, which I feel like that has to be so hard. Like, out of all the tattoos, that has to be very hard. But that's her thing. So
that's what the dude here do. Legendary.
I follow Legendary.
Sick. He get a tat. Yeah, you get him a portrait. He on spot on with that.
But see, even that right there, I feel like you know what you specialize in. So just go back to the whole color thing. She might not be that good at color. I don't know. But then she could then tell you, I specialize in this is my thing. That's not my thing. And that wouldn't make me feel no kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Voodoo meets up with her father. That's a other situation. Just to go ahead and get that part over with.
You didn't want to care?
Who? Her, because she met up with her father?
Yeah.
Where was you at, nigga? Like, I just feel like, why are we trying to act like, so you had a daughter that was going through all this. See, you from the hospital on, like, clearly he had no parts of it this whole time. So he got another family. She got sisters and brothers, but this whole time you never thought about being.
Your mama ain't let me around you.
Stop. That's not a thing.
They always say. That's what they always say. Your mama ain't let me around.
So I was pretty much like not okay, girl. I mean, I'm glad. Hopefully y'all can, like I said, never too late. Hopefully y'all can establish something. She's already very screwed up based on the things she already been through. So kind of abusive thing is to tell a child that their father abused them and that should never happen. So, she's already got a lot going on. We're having another team meeting or like get together at a restaurant. I want to know why the food truck lady is all of a sudden be invited to everything, because that definitely doesn't make sense to me that we're having a team meeting with all the tattooers and the food truck lady.
Somebody got to bring the food.
They were at a restaurant though. It wasn't.
Oh yeah. I don't know. That's his home girl.
That would be like you having a team meeting at your work and you bring me. Why? What am I doing there? I don't work there. I'm just bringing outsiders because they're my friend.
Yeah. I mean, he hood like that.
It's already messy enough, and food truck lady already getting on my nerves. They got their business license renewed, and he says something about the first legal tattoo shop in Compton, and Star said, "Y'all the first tattoo shop in Compton." Like, I guess she was thinking, I've seen others, so
Right.
I don't know why Tim took it like so hard. Like he must want some, and she ain't giving him some.
Yeah.
Giving me some hater, he's a hater in general, but that just came from out of nowhere. Like when you come to work and there is no work, so stop saying that. And then y'all don't include her in anything, even in the meeting. She's supposed to be the manager. Why is she sitting outside? What do you have her there for?
Because the manager goes into the meeting.
You would think, or neither one of them had to go. It was supposed to be a conversation between Nessie and KP. It didn't have to be any more than that. So they start going back and forth about when is she coming to work, and she snapped and got up and threw a glass and turned it into a whole other thing. Meanwhile, KP just sitting there like he always does. He just sits there and says nothing. Tim does all the talking. As soon as she left in, like producers like jumped in like immediately as if maybe she has popped up. I guess over that 2020 that we didn't see, maybe Star has showed her ass before.
Yeah, because she's done it in the past.
Right. So, but in that moment, as soon as she got up, food truck lady calling her, texting her like, "What's up? So I was like, oh, she messy. Who is she here with? Lemire meets up with Nessie. He tells her about the shop. Like, I hate it when I have something to tell somebody and somebody else and already, like he didn't get a chance to
tell her.
Talk to her about that,
Now she's feeling some kind of way.
She already been in her feelings about it. She thinks he should have reached out. So she's telling him ever since her and Ken, that's the friend, her and Ken got together, the friendship has been different. Lemire said he didn't want them together in the first place. But Lemire, that's a lie, because you said you was the one that hooked them up. So
you did say that.
But I do understand that when things go left, you want to take the whole, I don't want to be in the middle of any of that. So when her and the dude broke up, I guess she wanted him to check on her and see if she okay. But I'm like, Lemire got a whole wife over there with a baby, and how much leaning on him do you think it's gonna be okay before Danielle is like?
I was gonna say it's not okay. My man can't come and check on you and all of that.
Are you for real?
That ain't no.
I was like, I don't know what you trying to, what is.
That's how you end up getting other shit. No.
Maybe you should go lean on Voodoo or one of them girls over there that y'all,
Somebody. It can't be my man.
So then it's not just me, because I was like, well, you want a lot from Lemire. And when he said it's my responsibility to take care of me, not my responsibility to take care of you, I'm like, that was harsh. But that's what I'm.
They said it a different way,
but
but it ain't his responsibility to take care of her. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. We just said that. I got a family. Boo-boo. You ain't one of them. We cool.
And his wife is pregnant and he's got that business. Do you think his personal household is not about nuts right now? Like Danielle.
He ain't got time to even think about it. He run a damn business and his wife and a newborn.
And she's hormonal, so she's probably a little bit crazy. And you talking about you broke up with his friend, that was probably never a good idea in the first place, but y'all did it.
And don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear all that. Men definitely don't want to hear that. Because I don't feel like he's sitting up here listening to you complain about my man. No. Go talk to the girls. Talk to my wife.
Well, and honestly, he can't talk to both of y'all. That would just be, I mean, he can, but he can only get some. I don't want to hear it from both sides. That shit would be exhausting.
Yeah.
So I don't know what her expectation. This is his boy. I don't know how you thought that was gonna turn out, but again, and he's married. So girl, I just feel like Nessie is out there. She came to Philly. I mean, she came from Philly thinking, I know Lemire, and he put her on, he got her on the show, but you got to get your own life.
Right.
And then, like I said, Danielle and Barbie, like they on the same, they're on the same path right now in life. So it's you, the single girl with no kids, and that you want to sit around them and their babies. No, you don't want to do that.
You got the little young girl.
Who? Alana?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's Alana and Voodoo. Voodoo got a lot going on, but I'm just saying, that's not really your friend group like that. And now that you and the homeboy ain't together no more, then
right.
Y'all should have just skipped past that. Maybe y'all shouldn't have got together. So the next episode, Tim is still mad at Star. He doesn't know like what her problem is, and she came out of pocket. KP actually told him, yeah, but I was more mad at you because basically you got her stirred up. You didn't even have to go there. And before they could get in, because I was like, oh, finally he gonna say something. And before they could get into that conversation good, then the production comes over and shuts it down talking about, now I didn't understand this. She said they have permits that they have to get. Right? Now, you know more about that than I do. Like when you shooting, filming things, I know, depending on the city you in, they will make you pay for a jillion permits for all kinds of things. So they had to go down and get their permits for filming, and they found out in the process of doing that there was a no tattoo ordinance in Compton. Y'all are mad at her because y'all knew that was the case, and y'all.
That's what I said. I was like, why are we mad at them? And then you want to talk about being in the city and all this, you from there and she ain't from here. What that got to do with anything, dude?
All I'm saying is the mayor wasn't the same mayor. You said it yourself. Why are you mad at her? Because she tried to get her paperwork together. Then she was like, well, can you call my dad? No, he doesn't want her to call us. Okay, I can get maybe why you don't want to surprise your father with that conversation with the camera.
You don't want to put your dad in it. You talking about my dad, he the one get stuff done, and he been here over 50 years. I said, he said that like that's a long time, talking about his dad been there around 50 years. Hell, I'm 45.
He can't do it, and nobody could do it. And then Tim said KP's dad is the most powerfulest thing we got.
He a dog. He a kingpin. He a kingpin.
He gotta be a kingpin. He giving me that vibe. He giving me a little.
Because I'm not understanding where the power come from. He gotta be a kingpin.
He looked like he about to call Becky U and they about to go, go down to the mayor's office You get it together. He got his plaid shirt buttoned up.
Man, I'm like, for real.
I was like, huh. Cause he said that shit like some shit about to happen. I want to let's follow the daddy, see where he going.
Clearly, because he clearly got it going on more
He
than
got
y'all.
some stories to tell, yeah.
You can't do nothing without daddy.
Well, so Lemire and his mother are back at his house. He's getting a massage, which he called physical therapy, but that was definitely a massage.
That was a massage. And the mom was like, you ain't tell me we was doing all this too. I could have got mine.
But anyway, they're talking about, so he wants to open another food truck. I mean, I am mad at that because clearly he's been successful at this one. And
Right.
why the hell not? Now he already has the blueprint. He just going from ices to cheesesteak.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that's like something his mother gonna be taking handling. You know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about doing that together. What did they say? They're gonna call it college boy steak and cheese after, you know, in honor of his brother. I guess his brother was in an accident and he was on his way to college. So he lost.
Ain't nothing wrong. And that's like the best advice, you know, they can't get no Philly cheesesteaks in Compton. So that's something new and people gonna be into it.
And it's easy. It's one thing. It's Philly cheesesteaks and fries. It's not like complicated. That other lady seems like she's doing quite well. The other food truck lady, I don't know what she's got on there, but
right.
Like I said, he got the blueprint, and I feel like that's gonna be more his mother's thing, you know, than him anyway, as far as the time is concerned. Star invites the ladies over to get their coochie steamed. Y'all nasty. I'm tired of everybody getting this coochie steamed.
Everybody.
And she wanted to apologize for the way she acted, you know, at the meeting. New girl. She was invited. Again, the food truck lady coming to everything. I'm guessing again too, like, cause when they showed a little footage from before, it looked like her and Star was going at it for whatever reason. But she's just so like, I'm like, she's in every scene and getting on my nerves, but they're getting the coochie steam and they start talking to Alana. Alana start talking about how, you know, she missed her man and food truck lady is trying to get in the business. Like, so what's going on? Well, then she shares that
she got to get the tea.
She got to get the tea. So she let him know that her boyfriend's in jail. They already knew that, you know. But you know, clearly she was the one that needed the story. And Star then told her that she had met up with her mom and that her mom was worried about her. Star said she lost her mother and she can appreciate, you know, a parent, you know, that's concerned about her daughter. Alana is young and foolish and spoiled.
Mama know it too.
Yeah. So Tim and KP and his dad, this one I was looking what he had on, and I was like, "You going down to the city like that?" Okay, Dad. They go to tell the new guy who has a job somewhere else. So clearly, KP needs Corey far more than Corey needs KP because he over there at the Vatican, and apparently the Vatican is worth being at because that's, you know, this place has some type of reputation. They tell him about the ordinance and they decide they're gonna do another team building exercise, I guess, to distract the people from the fact that the shop ain't open. That's tricky. And they're not going to tell him. He's like, are you going to tell him? And Tim is like, no, we're going to keep it in-house. I hate how Tim opens his mouth like it's his darn shop.
Like it says, well, you know, he's going to be the biggest hater when it's all said and done. Let you do something, KP, that he don't like.
That he don't, yeah.
Yep.
Or you finally cut him off from being a leach. But
yep. You like find out that he been stealing the gold teeth like, oh boy, in black ink.
And then I'm like, he has hair. Why do he be having that do-rag, that wave cap tied around with thing? I'm like, you got hair.
He's trying to
Anyway,
have waves. He's trying to have waves.
he has too much hair for waves. He has a whole afro, twisty thing. Anyway, Lemire and Danielle have Barbie and her man over for dinner to discuss, you know, to thank them for the gender reveal party, and just everything he got going on. He wanted to thank them for the gender reveal party. They started talking about the new shop, and Barbie wanted to know, like, if Ken is gonna be there, how is Nessie gonna receive that? Because in her mind, she thought, you know, Nessie was gonna be right there, you know, with everybody else, which she would have had she not decided to have a little fling with his best friend and be all up in her feelings about it. How long were they together?
Wow, a month. It wasn't long.
I mean, they weren't together that I know of the last time. They've been gone for 2 years, so I don't know how long they were together, but you know, she's very much still attached. Danielle is trying to figure out how her husband's gonna do all these things. She's like, we're about to have a baby. We got the ice you know, business, the frozen ice business. Now he's talking about doing a cheesesteak truck, and he's talking about opening a tattoo shop. It just all sounds like a lot to me. I would agree with that. Oh, sorry. That's why I think his mother is gonna have more to do with the steak and cheese.
The steak.
Because I'm like, can he really do all of that? KP and Tim go visit Armani, the food truck lady. They would go visit her truck, and they tell her about their plan to go have the team go. My computer's sliding around. The team go to the Vatican to do this team building exercise. They invite her, you know, because again, she doesn't. She's like, "What's the Vatican?" Oh, that sounds cool. So she's going for absolutely no reason except for they keep inviting her to things. And she asked about Star. And Tim is like, she don't know how to act. So she only want to show up for the cameras. She don't want to show up for work. And then food truck lady then repeats everything that Star said when they went to go get their coochie steamed. And I was like, she was the one that started that conversation. You know, she said, Star said she wanted to apologize for how she acted at the, you know, the lunch, whatever. And food truck lady in there chimed in talking about, do you go to work or when you gonna come to work? Like she was the one that instigated that whole thing. Now she over here repeating to KP and Tim what Star said. And I'm like, she messy. That lady messy.
That's why he brought her on there.
Huh?
That's why he brought her on there, so she could be messy.
So she could stir things up. Well, she's stirring things up. Alana shows up to her mother's work. I don't know what Alana's going through. She in there bippily bopping around like it's weird for her mother to be asking her what's going on. I'm like, her mother ain't even asking nothing out of line. You were mad at her for talking to Star, but she wasn't in your business necessarily. She's wondering why you're not working and why you're not doing your art and focus on yourself. That's the whole point of being on the show is, you know,
right. Get your exposure. Right.
And she dancing around in circles talking about her boyfriend is in jail. I was like, that whole exchange shows how immature you are, little girl. Right, your mother's work and telling her your boyfriend is in jail and expecting her not to respond. You know, and you talking about
your mother.
I'm fine. You should be glad I'm not in jail. I'm like, well, I would hope that she has bigger dreams for you than to just not be in jail, girl.
I can't.
Go ask now somewhere. So team goes on the field trip. Food truck lady is driving the bus because apparently she turned up in the last bus trip, so that you know they made her be responsible for driving people. Again, like I said, Star's not invited, which is messed up, or so you know y'all think.
They like people out, don't they?
Huh?
They like icing people out.
Well, I think that's Tim. Like Tim is all of a sudden so protective of her being. You just want to show up for the cameras. Well,
Nothing else to do.
that's
Y'all
why I'm here.
working.
Don't
There
you
is
know
no
me?
job to go to.
Listen, I'm Star. I've dated some of your favorite basketball players, so I don't know what you think I'm showing up for. Come
Oh,
on, you knew what it
goodness.
was. So they visit the Vatican and they take a tour of that and they get a little chat from, all the guys within that business. It's very like well run, that's a business.
It's for real a business.
It's a for real business.
And I don't even know why you up there talking about, and they need to get to see this. I'm like, you the main one. You and your boy, keep all the drama. They like this. They like this all the time. Like the rest of the crew, when they're together, this is how they act. It's you and your boy. That's the conflict.
I noticed everybody's over there grown too, though. Over at the Vatican, them is grown people.
Yeah.
We're not, children that, got let out of recess. So the plan is to go, they have an Airbnb, they're gonna go over to the Airbnb and there's a competition.
Here we go.
A tattoo competition. At least they're not using real people, so they don't have to offend anybody.
They can't. They can't. They get in trouble. They can't do it.
Whoa. Well, listen, we're gonna have a tattoo battle. We got food truck lady is gonna be team captain on one side, and Tim can be team captain on the other side because neither one of them know how to tattoo. So food truck lady has KP, Polo, and Voodoo on her team, and Tim has Nessie, Alana, and Ink on her team. And they tattoo a flower and a butterfly and blah blah blah, and they tag team it. And the winner is food truck lady's team. Yay! I don't know what their prize was.
They had got the little tattoo thing. That was a nice little prize.
Oh, okay.
For them to tattoo with.
That's nice. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then they give Alana a little party. It's her birthday, so they have. Why did her birthday party look like a bachelorette party? They have like.
Yeah, I know it was dildos and stuff everywhere.
Dildos.
I didn't know what was going on.
And fans of her boyfriend. The dudes look
I
like.
thought the boyfriend, the hell, I thought he had got out or something. I didn't know what was going on. I was like,
no, it was just a food truck lady's idea of a birthday party, and then all the boys did. They just was sitting there like they didn't know what to do. With dildos all over the place, they were kind of like, okay, all right then. Star shows up because y'all ain't just gonna keep her like from
the camera.
You ain't gonna keep her from recording, so you can forget all of that. She shows up. Food truck lady was looking crazy. Tim is irritated. KP is irritated, but I think not for the same reason as everybody else. So she started the whole thing with apologizing and looked at Tim and mostly I apologize to you because, no matter what you said to me, I shouldn't have reacted that way. And then she jiggled her booty in his face and he was okay with it.
Yeah. That's all.
All was happy in the land. Everybody's good. Party is popping. They taking shots and what have you. And then, KP not really having fun. But probably because he knows he's lodging them people and it ain't no shop. He doesn't know it's gonna be a shop. He got them over there wasting their time holding them up. They could have been over at Lemire's.
I was gonna say he know that he's sitting up there like Lemire gonna get all my people because I ain't got shit. And you talked all that stuff to Lemire. Lemire was willing to help you out.
But I hope Lemire does well. I hope his cockiness doesn't get in the way. You know what I'm saying? I hope Lemire stays humble because you taking on a lot. Like, like your wife said, you taking on a lot. So I hope that you want a tattoo shop because you want one and not because you just want to be competing with KP.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, KP ain't gonna be nothing to compete with. Ain't this supposed to be C's spot?
No.
Put his name on the thing. What do C's got to do with it? Because this is black ink.
Well, he doesn't have anything to do with anybody's shop necessarily. He's just like producing the show.
This is show.
It's
Okay.
his show. Yeah, so like he don't have nothing to do with Chicago except for
That is true, because that's Ryan's stop. Yeah.
yeah. Which Ryan had a shot before Black Ink.
Right. Well,
Hey,
this
he did it, but he wanted, he wanted to do the whole Compton thing.
man, okay.
I mean, I get it, but trying to be in Compton might keep you from having your business because Compton is not willing to cooperate. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's a double-edged sword. It is gang stuff going on. So, I don't know that tattoos have
He
anything
was
to
sitting
do
up
with
there
that.
watching how sees them act in New York and was like, no, we ain't doing this.
Well, I mean, though in Compton, though, they probably it's more or less like, and see from first season where, because even his wife at the time, Kyla, I don't know if they're married, was concerned because the shop was right in the middle of, Crips and Bloods, so it had definitely something to do with that. And she was just worried about that location and then being in the middle of gang wars.
Well, I'm gonna say this. He definitely present himself as something.
So do his daddy.
Huh?
So do his daddy.
Right. So that's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't see it in
That's
him,
what I'm
but when I seen
saying.
his father, and I was like, oh. And he said, what I'm not gonna do is let them come and tell me no in my city. And I was like, oh.
Right. So they present themselves as there's something, and that's probably why they're like, no, y'all not coming across just like, oh boy, and them, like we really just want this business. No, y'all present yourself like some gangsters.
Especially, he said, me and my dad and Tim went to have a meeting. I'm like,
Come on now.
okay.
Come on. It's too much. I can't.
Anyway, that's it, y'all.
They
Yeah,
did.
my boy Z.
Smash that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
All right, y'all.
It.
Bye.